Now, the information we are receiving from US now is that the president of United States of America, Donald Trump, is considering to add Nigeria and other 35 countries to the list of countries that will be restricted from coming to US. You know, say when this man came into power, there's something he started doing. That thing he started doing, he was sending message to so many countries, but he be like say some people don't understand that thing he was doing that time. First, he stopped the funding that US was sending to so many countries, which is called USAID. You see, that particular thing he did, he sent a message, a strong message to many countries, but people don't understand it. So a few days ago, I think late last month, he banned so many countries from entering the US, which Nigeria was not in the list. But now the information we are receiving is that he's mapping out other countries. He's bringing out other countries that he will restrict from entering the US, which Nigeria will be included. You get the point? Now listen to this information as the thing was released in the Guardian's newspaper. United States President Donald Trump is considering adding Nigeria and some African countries to a list of countries that will receive the woto of restriction from entering the United States. The Washington Post on Saturday reported that an internal memo signed by Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, said 36 countries might be affected by the travel ban if approved by Trump. The Trump administration cited a lack of government transparency and a proper database to freely vet the background of travelers from these countries as the reasons for incoming restriction amid efforts by the government in Washington to reduce immigration to the United States. The new list includes Angola, Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Democratic Republic of Congo, the Djibouti, Ethiopia, Egypt, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Liberia, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Sao Tome, Senegal, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and Zambia and Zimbabwe. Others are Antigua and Barbados, Dominican Republic, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Louis, Bontay, Kerakatine, Syria, Tonga, and others. The countries on the new list are also expected to submit to the State Department on Wednesday on initial plan of action to meet the new requirements. United States authorities said some countries in the list had no competent or comparative central government authorities to produce reliable identity documents or other civil documents. The countries, according to Trump government, might also have suffered from widespread government fraud, and others had large number of citizens who overstayed their visas in the United States. The memo sent Saturday to US diplomats who work with the country said the governments of listed nations were being given 60 days to meet new benchmark and requirements established by the State Department. The planned travel restriction followed similar restriction placed on nationals from 12 countries, Afghanistan and others. Like the previous proclamation, the majority of the countries under consideration for the next wave of travel restriction and the third world west are African nations. Out of 36 countries on the list, 25 are from Africa, including Nigeria on capital letter. And America two closest military ally on the continent, Egypt and others. Now, do you know the issue here now is that for me, I so much like what this man is doing. Like I said before, when he took office, he did something by sending a very strong message to all let me say African countries and other countries involved in this. I don't believe that there's any country that is poor. The problem all these countries has is that they have poor leadership. They have people that cannot control their resources for their own benefit. That's a problem. And there's something they mentioned in this particular thing that's very, very important. And for my own country, that is a very serious problem we have. They talk about proper database. Proper database. That some of these countries don't have proper database for their citizens. Nigeria is an example of it. As it stands now, do you know that we Nigerians, we don't know how many we are? Leave all this thing we used to say, 200 million Nigerians. This one is we are just assuming. Because when was the last time we did census in Nigeria? When was the last time we did census and know how many people we are in Nigeria? There's no database to know how many people in Nigeria, which we do know that some of these countries, the developed country, when you are traveling from those countries as a citizen of those countries to another country, immediately they put your data on the system. It will bring out everything about you. That's the reason why this man is doing what he's doing, Get the point? So, and the next thing is that go and fix your country. Tell the leaders, fix your country. That's the issue here.